It is certain that age is not a barrier in anything that someone wants to achieve in life. I'm glad that you are joining us again on Amara TV on The Opinion. And on today's edition, we'll be discussing on the age limit that the federal government of Nigeria has put on those or candidates for admission into the tertiary institution. I'm Jonathan Le Rama. Welcoming you to today's edition of the program. My guest today will be the face that you know, a regular face on the program, talking about Barrister Edward Dauda. He will be my guest on this edition of the program as well. We will be taking a critical look at the age limit imposed by the federal government on candidates who wants to get admission into the Nigerian Tertiary Institution. Join us again. Welcome back, and Barrister Edward Dauda is already seated. Barrister, welcome to the program once again.
Thank you very much for having me.
Now, let's quickly start. Just like the way Atiku Abubakar once said, 18 years pegged is of the old, that no, federal government shouldn't have put the 18 years as the minimum age for a candidate or for those who want to enter into the Nigerian Tertiary Institution. Now, looking at it, is that too okay for Nigeria?
My present stance on that issue, the issue of age, I think we are not being fair to this youth. I have immense respect for the Minister of Education, having been a professional, a lawyer, a professor at law, on that matter. So, but I'm so disappointed because I think we need to look at this matter more passionately. Most of our youth are finishing school at 15 and a half now, or 15, and they have finished SS3, and you are saying they should not write work, they should not enter the university until they are 18. I think it's not fair. In olden days, it would have been okay, but for now, our youth are growing faster and sharper than before. Although I do understand what brought this whole issue. People are relating maturity with mental intellect. I think the two of them are different. But I think, of course, physical maturity counts a lot. We really want to avoid having baby lawyers, baby doctors, baby teachers at the end of the day. But again, you see, there is a way we can look at maturity in a bit. Let's have a better scale of what is maturity. Because maturity, both physical, spiritual, or otherwise, or even intellectually, is very, very critical for every professional. Every profession talks about professional maturity, and that is critical. But I think that there's a way we can go about it. Why don't we consider 16 rather than 18? If they are 16, it's a bit better. You know, they can wait 1 year, become 16, and then when they are 16, they can enter the university and start. But by the time they are 20, they graduate. It is quite ideal. But to say they are 18 first, it's not too fair for these young people.
But don't you actually think that the system of the 633 would have been defeated in Nigeria? Because that's the system of education in Nigeria.
Yes, I will go back to what I always tell people. Number one, the foundation. Let's go back to the foundation. Let's imagine that when a child is born, he has to spend 17 years for nursery. That's pre-nursery and nursery years. Then when does he enter class 1? Let's spell that out. If that is corrected, then we may get the issue of 16 years, that's my own opinion, better. And by the time they are 16, you will see that they are ready, both intellectually and physically, to enter the university. They can be trained for one profession, for one skill, for one vocation. So as far as I'm concerned, I think we should start from the bottom. The problem we have is that most parents keep on promoting a child. Some of them they encourage them to jump classes. You say, oh, they are so brilliant. Move to class 3. You don't need class 1 and 2. And I think it's wrong. I want to thank God for some parents that insist that you must go through the whole system. You must do class 1, class 2. You go through the 6334. You don't miss anything. Every experience is very relevant at the end of the day. So please, let's encourage our children to go through every experience. It will count at the end of the day.
Barrister, don't you actually think that for Professor Tari Maman to come up with this 18 years is actually looking at their productivity after they graduate from school?
I quite agree that, like I told you, maybe they are trying to avoid baby lawyers, baby doctors, baby nurses, and it's quite ideal. But I think that is not the way to correct it. We should have corrected it from the beginning. Some of these things, let's go back. When did you enter the nursery? When did you enter year one? And tell parents that if you go too fast, you will not go far. You want to correct something from the top. Fish wey don dry, it will break. So because already there will be a problem, because you are going to see 15 and a half, very sharp, very intelligent, and you said they will not go to university, they must sit down at home for 3 years. It's going to encourage truancy. You are going to make them more frustrated. They are going to be more meddlesome, because you find out that they have reached when to enter. I'm qualified. Maybe I have my work or something somehow. And of course, that brings us to the next question. But once I have my paper, why shouldn't I enter the university? And then some of them, they go outside to a neighboring country, you cancel their certificate. Yeah, good thing they have taken the matter, as I hear, to the National Assembly to re-examine it very well. Because I think any law that will seemingly appear to frustrate our youth, I'll be against it. I think we should be addressing how to increase the size and capacity of our schools, both tertiary, polytechnic, and the university. That's what is more critical. Then the issue of age. If we are going to do something about this 18, what will they do within these 2-3 years gap? What are we going to put there? Will there be a HSC or something like that?
Now, the federal government have actually said that they've even given the directive to the NECO and the WAEC for that age limit. So it's not just the admission into tertiary institution. Now, if you have the opportunity to advise the federal government, which area will you actually advise the federal government concerning the educational system of Nigeria?
I want to think that for the sake of our youth, we must reconsider that age. We must bring it down from 18 to 16. I'm much more favored with 16. An average Nigerian at 16, they know what they are doing. He's very intelligent, he's sharp, he can take up any task at all at 16. Now, to make it and insist on 18 is rather unfair. And you see that I have given examples severally. The Air Force pilots that fly jets in Israel, they are 17 and they do awesome job. They fly jets and they bomb cities for Israeli army, and that's the kind of thing we need. It means they have developed, they are matured, they can handle sensitive material and deliver deliverables. So it is very, very important. Please, we should passionately reconsider this thing. When a decision is wrong, there is nothing wrong in reconsidering it. So this our so-called allies, big men, they send their children abroad. When you are saying 18, the rich man will just say, okay, go outside, go and continue your university degree. By the time the boy is 21, he's coming back with his PhD. And this man is left and still in the university. I think that is not being fair. Let's give them equal opportunity. If this thing must be applied, what are they going to do within this space of 2 or 3 years? That's my question.
Right, that's actually a call to the federal government of Nigeria. And that's about the size of today's edition of The Opinion. Don't forget to like and, of course, subscribe and also share, so other people will actually learn 1 or 2 things concerning our discussion today. Until then, join us next week for another interesting edition of the program. I'm Jonathan Le Rama. Thank you so much for watching.